Alright, hello Fangame Marathon. We are live. Nice to hear. Hello everyone, it's me Mushie64. I'm back with yet another Super Mario 64 run at like 10 AM European morning. Hope you guys are fresh and ready to watch this. Yeah, this ROM hack was made by Kaze. For people who have watched or played Kaze ROM hacks, that's enough said. You're in for a ride. I can really just get in and get started. There's a lot to yap about, there's little time in the run, but that's fine because we'll just keep trucking through it. Alright, do you... yeah, I think I should count down. Okay, yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, welcome to the intro cutscene where we realize that Mario ROM hacks are really good with the story. So there's this toad guarding the ground as the tar, a star that holds negative energy. That concept appears in Mario Party and places like that. And the guy does a very good job. Nothing could possibly go wrong. You know how it is. Bowser comes in, so anyway, we don't really care about that. So moral of the story, Super Mario 64 Land, it's kind of a mashup between Super Mario 64 and Super Mario 3D Land, except the levels are of course original. It's the structure that's taken from 3D Land, so you will see 8 worlds with 4 levels each, or well, something like that. But first, the tutorial, because there's also a few new moves that Mario possesses in this game. Of course, like true ROM hack players, we are gonna completely ignore all of those, except for this nice jump dive thingy. We're just gonna cruise through the tutorial with some good old wall jumps, because who needs fancy new tricks when you know how to move the man? And welcome already to World 1-1. The Gaslands, of course, it's like we're really beating the Mario tropes over here, and there's a lot of stuff going on. For example, I picked up a Tanuki suit power-up. Yeah, that's what it's called. I'm doing some 45-degree wall kicks, which allow for crazy tricks like this one. I have air spin, which allows me to cheat really hard in certain situations, and that's the first star already. Now, unlike traditional Mario 64 ROM hacks, the progression here is a little bit special. As you can see, I wasn't kicked out of the level, and this will keep happening for most of the stars. Of course, you need to get to the goal star at the end of the level, which does save you out. That's the main progression thingy, but in the meantime, let's just pick up some red points. Really classic stuff. World 1-1 is really about showing you how the game is similar to Mario 64. In other words, we'll more so figure out the differences. So there's another way in which this game's progression is special. We will discuss it a little bit later, because right now it seems as though I just have to collect regular stars, same as usual. And this is still kinda true, but there's more routing implications to it. Holy shit, I keep forgetting what the optimal jump is for this thing. Yeah, unfortunately I might occasionally suffer from like a case of forgetting what the hell I'm doing, which is a pretty bad thing for a speedrun, but we'll live with it. I have to admit my estimate of 115 basically accounts for, hey, if 1 or even 2 or 3 catastrophes happen in some of the levels, it should still be fine for the estimate. Uh-oh. Okay, I don't know how I got a B rank there. Unfortunately, that means that already in 1-1 I will have to zoom through the level and replay it, because, well, early on I have to reveal the detail. There is ranking in this game. These points up there in the corner are not for show. They actually do affect the progression, the final result, and so on. And you do actually get stars for like getting a specific rank. So yeah, getting a B rank, that's not gonna cut it. We're not the best in class, I have to go back. I expected that to happen in certain later levels. Now it's a little bit too early, I have to admit. Then again, I did mess up a number of jumps, so that makes sense. Not all levels are tight on the ranks. 1-1 certainly isn't, and also it's always a trade-off between time and actual level points, because you do get a time bonus. Holy shit. Yeah, there's a lot going on. That's the recurring theme. Goodness gracious. Okay, Yeah, I can definitely save this, and it will happen by murdering the local Goomba population. Because Goombas are actually big money in this economy, let's put it that way. So yeah, since we are already here, might as well explain a little bit about the point system. So stuff like killing enemies, getting coins, interacting with the world in various ways, they're all gonna give you points. And the rank at the end of the level is entirely points based. And for some reason, Kazu went ahead and made the point threshold for every level the same, so you will get an A rank for 70,500 points in every single level, no matter how short or long it is. B rank on 15,000 points, and like that's basically the threshold between ranks going downward. So yeah, we're going in A ranks, not in all levels, but in World 1 definitely. Okay, that's an A rank. I'm finally out of wumps, as people would say. Jesus Christ. Okay, so the next level will be shorter. Good example of what I was just talking about. Some levels are just shorter, but it's the same coin, well, point system anyway. So 1-2 is a pretty interesting level because first off, it has these mushrooms which, according to my namesake, cannot do any possible harm to me, surely. Except don't stand too long on them because they fall off. And also it has the first BOJ in the run. There will be a couple of those, and I hope this one goes fine because this one is actually an important one. Yeah, there we go, we just skipped the entire level. Sorry, you're not gonna see much of 1-2 today because just doing this and just going to the end of the level is 2 out of 3 stars, that's definitely enough. Good time to star ratio trade. Alright, well, between failing to get a day rank in 1-1 and failing this BOJ, I don't know which one I consider better, but that's fine. This is fine, everything is fine. Also, a star in the overworld. Yeah, the stars in the overworld will be crucial to this run because they're like the easiest and fastest sources of star power. Yeah, the category is called 45 star power. I will explain that in a little bit, I promise. If you stick around for 5 more minutes, wink wink, star power will become quite relevant. So now we are in Spaceland, as the music title goes, and as the gravity goes, because yeah, there's low gravity. Holy shit. Okay. Okay, that was interesting. So yeah, we are gonna cheat really hard here once again. Because as you saw earlier in 1-1, with the Tanuki suit, you can do a wall jump, do a spin thingy in the air, I don't know what the official name is, and then just rinse and repeat. Ain't that fun? Grab a couple of shrubs, and this should be fine. Yup. AYK rank. So yeah, World 1 is pretty chill. If you still don't see the vision with this game, don't worry, it will get worse really soon. But first off, good morning to all of these rolling problems. Yeah, this trick is the part where they actually have fun with the game. And I really like this area because these red coins are self-contained to this area, but they are still pretty spread around, so you can just roam around. Or you can actually optimize for a good route for the red coins, which is definitely not what I'm doing in this case. Just don't get hit and you will be fast enough. Alright. God damn it. Oh, that's fine. Oh wow, they're out for me. Last time I remember being hit this card was in like Last Impact where Thunderwatch kills give you a beating. So yeah, a few more prompts ready to attack, a few more Goombas you can just stomp for points. I really don't need these points right now, but I just don't like flexing. Holy shit. This is insane. You know what? This is actually pretty good. This is actually pretty good. You know why? This means I'll be failing at the easy levels and I will totally master the actual difficult shit down the line. Okay, now I'm not entirely sure if I can just go over here and beat the level without having got the red coins. I think that should be fine, especially if I kill a couple of Goombas for the points. yeah, more of the story, if you beat the level, if you could beat the level in like 0 seconds, that is guaranteed A rank because the points from the time bonus do add up to like 18, 19-ish thousand points, which is more than... Okay, yeah. One feature to mention over here which might influence things is... Oh, okay, you didn't see that? I overdid very well in this level. Okay, whatever. Anyway. We'll talk about more stuff later. For now, welcome to the Toad House. This is where we reap the rewards of our work getting OA ranks in every level in the world. You just get a star for that. Certainly nothing to see there. I don't know why the star was aligned to the left. And welcome to our first boss now. With 8 or more stars in this world, we are eligible to duel with the Goomba King. Which, yes, is more dangerous than your typical Goomba, because you see, he's giant. And also you can only hit him when he gets stunned in the wall like that. So you have to know to wait and then not get hit while he stuns himself, and then ground pound like that, and easy peasy. Let's go. God damn it, Xenon. Hi. Alright, World 2, now watch the counter in the middle, you won't see it for very long, but yeah, this is star power, and it's like half my total star site now. I will still like wait a little bit before concisely explaining star power, because first off, level 2-1. Welcome to the shit fields. I will have to concentrate a little bit. And I will also have to make sure that make movements that aren't illegal by the inherent hidden police of this game. Yeah, what am I yapping about? So Cat, Mario, and Mushroom platforms are the stars of the show today. Because Kaze is a very good coder. So anyway, yeah, as you can see with Cat Mario, it's a power-up that works perfectly. You can like climb up walls like the original thing, except whenever it doesn't work, like when you're close to the edge or something. I don't know, it's a moody thing, it does whatever it wants. We'll get to explore it a little bit in World 2 and then never get in the game, thank God. And yeah. So, mushroom platforms, while I have the time over here. So these are supposed to like help you jump higher, kind of like node blocks, except Kaze really insisted for these things that they work with accurate in real world physics. You know that thing about angle of incidence is angle of reflection? Yeah, he tried really hard and I think he succeeded in actually putting this in the game. What it amounts to is that they are absolute ass to interact with, and they have a classic case of if you know how they work, you interact in a specific way and everything goes fine. And if you don't, well, you struggle. You suffer really hard. This is especially apparent if you play casually through this section, where I was one of the beta testers in the game, and there were a lot of people beta testing this game. Basically, all of them said for this section, this is bullshit, and if you don't change the entire level, you really have to change this at least. And what Kaze did to fix that section was move nothing of the level geometry and put that sticker you see over there, which basically is a direction for, like, hey, dive Cat Mario or whatever that way. In that direction with the arrow. So yeah, pretty good. Yeah, that's the anecdotal story I have from that time of the game. I didn't beta test the entire game at the time, more like just half of it, and yeah, not that it matters anyway. Okay, I got an A rank here, so we don't get to play any more of this level. Thank freaking God. Especially after the 1-1 incident. So yeah, now the 2-1 is done, and really, I genuinely call it top 5 worst levels in the game, top 5 notorious levels. Basically, if people stop their playthrough, 2-1 is the first candidate for that, and I wouldn't blame you if you like try out this game, but your playthrough ends there. That's completely fair. Now, the other 3 levels in the World 2, we do have to play them also for all A ranks, for all the goodies, but they're much more tame compared to that beast. If you play the game yourself, you will see what I mean. So yeah, Cat Mario really big crawling up these walls, even if they're moving walls like clumps. Sometimes that's me. So yeah, back to Star Power now to just explain the game itself a little bit more at last. Star Power is basically a concept unique to this game. It's formed by taking all the stars from other worlds and assigning them half power, and then the stars in the current world are the only ones at full power. Or if you want a simpler mathematical formula for calculating your star power, Basically, star power is number of stars divided by 2, and also other half of the star count you have obtained in the current world. And so the goal of this run is not 45 stars as would be usual in Super Mario 64, like counting and everything. It's 45 star power, which usually amounts to 83, 84 stars in optimal routes. At most 90 because of the rules of the game I just explained. Okay, don't get squished by the womp. Pretty good. Okay, sometimes you can... Okay, I fell victim to the classic, like, having a reflex and pressing the B button to perform a kick, but it's actually a dive because of the cat power-up. That's one thing that's very hated about some of the Kaze power-ups. Okay, that might actually be bad. I will go back and kill this thing and hope I haven't lost too much time already. Why do I have faces on both sides? Why not? Yeah, I've never really paid attention to that, honestly, Twomps having faces on both their sides here. You should ask why they're not, like, blue and everything like in Super Mario 64, which I think is the only game that has blue Twomps. So yeah. Okay, I really hope this is an A rank. I did goof around some. Oh well, yep, B by one shot. Yeah, it's really unfortunate to get the B rank in a level where you're trying to get the OA star, because it's a really simple star, really fast star, but you have to work for it and earn your stripes. Okay, now I don't actually need to re-get the red coins, I just need to not fall the level. Can't ever trust the two-faced wire. Okay, fair enough. Then again, maybe I am a two-faced wire at this point. No, I actually haven't lied yet. The whole thing I said about how I will start failing the easy levels and do fine with the hard levels so far seems to be the case. Okay, now a little bit of routing details, since once again we are just here. In terms of points, the detail is that stars are basically worth 15 seconds of your time. If a star takes more than 15 seconds and you're getting it only for the points and not for the progression, then you should skip that star. Because the math is that every second below 300 gives you 64 seconds on the time bonus. And stars give you 1000 points. That's just one example of everything that gives you some points in this game. Of course, again, there's many things that give you points. Killing enemies does, especially Goombas. Then each coin awards you 50 points separately as a bonus at the end of the level. And a bunch of other such numerical details like that people really shouldn't have to care about in the first place. But they will have to if they are going for all the S ranks in the game. A concept that I may or may not explain because it's not relevant to this specific category. I'm really scared to actually move fast and kick because, as you saw, kicks turn into dives and disasters happen. I got a B rank again. That's actually the worst. That's actually the worst. Well, unfortunately, we get to see even more of this level. Yay! Yeah, as you can see, there's routing details everywhere. Like, how many points do you need to get in case you need a backup? Which, unfortunately, this level is pretty nice to show us left and right and all around. It's one of the easy levels, guys, I swear! I love this level. Yeah, so if you've been thinking, hey, this game looks like cool in the first world and everything, yeah, you might want to reconsider now. Hint, please do reconsider before it's too late. It's a bit too early to panic or to waste time like that. Because trust me, it does get harder. The game does get harder in the next world, so really I'm not doing myself service right now. Sorry for this, I swear, not even my worst practice runs, like they messed up stuff, but not this kind of stuff, not this much. And also, you cannot grab the plums because they're quirky with their collision and also going up, and you trying to ledge gap are not compatible behaviors. Yep. So yeah, I do basically have to say I'm playing this game more so because it looks cool and has a lot of stuff that I think are worth checking out in my opinion as a casual, but then stopping whenever you don't feel comfortable with the game anymore. And not really the whole thing I'm doing right here. Like if we're getting really existential, a speedrun is a way to present the game, but not necessarily the best way to experience the game every single time. I'm getting so really unsure of myself right now. I don't know anymore if this is gonna be an A rank. Can I get out of here, please? Am I allowed to? Yes, thank God. We're gonna see on other levels. Imagine that. And also, fun fact, the toad house for this overworld is a pipe for some reason. Probably because toad houses are not a good match with pyramids. I don't know, or maybe Kaze just hates pyramids and toad houses being together. I'm really not sure how the story goes. So yeah, welcome to... yeah, surprise, surprise, it's pyramid level. You can do a bunch of weird stuff with both Cat Mario and the power assigned to you by the game with that spin jump move. I'm not making the best of it right now, but that works, that works. Okay, just to make really sure I'm not gonna like get screwed with the score again, I'm just gonna spin this recovery heart even though I don't need the HP, evidently. Because that gives you up to 2500 points, which right now is quite a lot. Okay, Cat Mario gives you a bunch of nice movement that the Angry Sun right here is gonna take away because the reasons the dude is angry. I'm even gonna grab this one up. This isn't speedrun of all time. So yeah, this game has everything from annoying platforms to annoying stalkers. What more can I say? Somehow, like a desert by default is such an empty concept void of things, and yet desert levels in at least Mario and probably other games are some of the like biggest deals. Most honestly, in some aspect, the richest levels, also very difficult levels. They're always pretty notorious. It's like, God, what did we do to deserve this? But yeah, that's just a full level clear, not much to say about it. Except, just play it well, man. And now, for the overworld star of this world. Meet our heroes, the tornadoes, and also this guy. Straight from Super Mario 64, and also flying at an annoying altitude. Yeah, there we go. What's also annoying is that for some reason the start spawn cutscene for this one is like... yeah, let me just fall to the ground entirely before I actually allow you to move again. And that's a really slow thing. Anyway. I hope you like tornadoes, because now we're gonna see even more tornadoes. Because this is 2-4 tornadoes. Yeah, the levels have names and... okay, I'm resetting immediately. This isn't a good start. Basically, Kaze decided to show a 100 coin star in this level. And in order to achieve that, he put these coin rings, which I think appear only here. This is the mortal enemy of the rock hack player. Oh yes, so true. Hi, Bigfoot. Yeah, so I did mention, not very coherently a couple of times, that the routing is a real deal in this game. I'm using a route that's slightly different than the world record. And I also think, like, top 5 runners of this game, which is not saying a lot, there's like 8 runners for this category, all have different routes, or there might be like 2 people with the same route or something to that effect. Basically, not anyone really knows the 100% definitely all the time optimal combination of stars to achieve the 45 star power mentioned in the game, because it's always trade-off. Like 2 stars in another world versus 1 star in this world, but the star is probably ass and like really difficult. I'm missing 5 points, are you kidding me? This World 2 is honestly the worst I've had, which is saying a lot because World 2 is usually just difficult. Oh boy, natural disasters, yeah. At least this time I'm not playing for a rank, I'm playing for the coins, so this should be relatively, you know, simpler than usual. Thank you, Tornado, very cool. That's exactly what I expected to happen. I'm gonna get these, like, actual backup coins. You don't need to get those. Dude, can you? This is fine. But yeah, natural disasters, there's tornadoes, there's fires, there's also many fire spitters for some reason, because the jumping flames were not enough. Okay, lesson learned, I need to take like every single coin ring from now on. What did I say about taking coin rings? Yeah, the annoying thing about most tornadoes in almost every single roll hack is that, as far as I'm aware, it's just RNG how much they like raise you up and for how long. It could be a little bit, it could be, hey, you're gonna have to wait while we jump the entire height of the Eiffel Tower now, and how am I still missing 5 coins? I think I can literally just back this up by getting another star way later in the game, but because I don't know how that's gonna throw away or throw off my immediate world progress, we have to live with this. Okay, I'm gonna collect all the coins now instead. World 3 is gonna be better, I promise. Also, yeah, this sand is actual quicksand. I don't think that's true for the first 2 pits in the level. Oh my god. Maximum greed. Yeah, exactly. And it leads to side effects, unfortunately. Okay, so welcome to level 2 Dashboard Tornadoes. This is the first time we see this level today, and nothing bad is happening. Just trust. Trust the process. This is not how we get all the coin rings. Okay, we are finally out of whomps again. I seriously don't know what went wrong with this level. Whomps 2, yep, Whomps is so good, they finally invented Whomps 2. Okay, 85, 90. Am I at the surplus of 5 coins now? I'm at the surplus of 5 coins now. What the... I don't know, I don't want to hear it. We are so out. What I expect from this now is that the game gives me an easy time against the next 3 bosses. Hard-earned star for some reason. Yeah, so no worries, this cannot happen in Overworld 3 possibly, mainly because we will not visit all levels in Overworld 3. But before we get into that, it's time for a boss. Nice. And the boss in this level is, you guessed it, the Angry Sun. Again. Well, last time it was a regular enemy that you couldn't do anything to, but this time, yeah, it's a boss. I think that was a hit. I really hope that was a hit. It's hard to tell when the bucket of water falls in the water and just refuels itself. It's also hard when you have to specifically throw the bucket in the guy's face before it actually does damage, so he cannot just impale himself on the box. Yeah, okay, so that's 2 hits, and now, surprise, surprise, unlike Nintendo bosses, no 3rd hit, you just have to do avoidance. Thank you, Kaza, very cool. So yeah, just stay really far from the guy, or just, I don't know, just be good at the game. He's gonna spawn the star somewhere in this area, so that's why I want to stay nearby, but yeah, as a casual, better to just run away all the time, then it's not very dangerous. Where did the Oasis go? Oh, glad you asked. It's gone. It reflects the global climate change of 2016, 2026. Anyway, World 2 done. We don't get a fancy screen saying that, but yeah, it is in fact done. Holy... Alright, 3-1, kitchen. Have you guys done your dishes? If not, then you might, wanna go check them. Otherwise, they might end up as part of a Super Mario 64 level. We'd hate for that to happen. Okay, I'm just gonna grab this red one because this is the one I usually take the longest on. So yeah, also do not actually put knives in and other metal objects in your microwave. I know it happens here, I don't know why it happens here, I'm pretty sure Kazi is a clever man who understands the safety hazards of a microwave. But it's here, so yeah. Nah, too busy watching Fangame Marathon. Ah, fair enough. Yeah, I hope you all guys are enjoying the marathon. Also, welcome to the oatmeal boxes. I actually inserted a fun fact to the run featuring those oatmeal boxes because they are real. They have nutritional value labels as if they're like American products. Because yeah, the European version of nutrition values has a different structure. I will have to trust myself here. Alas, the B power-up is not infinite, so yeah, you do get to do this trick a lot and skip the entire level, but not forever. Oh, that's an A rank, actually pretty nice. Usually I get B ranks on this level, which again doesn't matter because we are only gonna play 3-2 and then a big line for the boss in this one. Therefore, not getting an extra star. But of course, we will get this extra star, which of course is in the toilet. Where else would it be in this world? Little BOJ more for the flex than anything, because honestly it's kinda slow. Or, well, not slow, but not really as fast as just playing the level. Or not much faster. There we go. There we go. Words are a human concept. And this is a toy room. I hope you feel nostalgic because this is the giant death music from Last Impact for everyone who watched my Last Impact run all the way back in 2020. And everything else just screams, hey, this is my cozy room. Well, not my room, probably Kazi's room. Also the floor is lava, of course Kazi would do that. Oh, I was supposed to get 3 stars in this level. I'm contemplating if I should skip all of that. No, just get the other star in a separate attempt here. Yeah, so you used to get 2 stars in this level, because the 3rd star kind of doubles the time it takes to do this stuff. So yeah. But I mean, this level is worth showcasing. I know I kind of called it... Well, I called the BOJ week, not the level. Yeah, I'm all over the place now. Brain storage full, please clean up and start again. Oh, dang it. So yeah, let's take the paper plane here up to the giant Kyoto figurine holding a balloon. Yeah, this is how I know this level is awesome. There's also a bunch of womps on the left where you play domino with them and you rack up a ton of coins, but we are gonna skip that because I need to get this star and then get out. Or can have a little time in the microwave as a treat, holy shit. Okay, that's 3-2, so yeah, now we will not go in the toilet level. Do not go in the toilet level. Sadly, you will have to if you're a casual and you don't play the game like this. But anyway, Master Hand. So yeah, he can probably do regular Master Hand stuff because I don't actually know the guy from Smash. I'm friendless, obviously, like most people who play games on the internet. But here we're gonna try to compensate for all of that by having a good boss fight where the hand impales itself on these spike thingies. Honestly, I don't know what Kaze was cooking with this one. But it works. It works. So yeah, I'm cheating by only going up one of the Jenga towers and then just doing moves to go through the rest. The star almost spawned itself in the middle of the block, which would have been tragic. Glover reference, I suppose. There's probably other Glover references. No, that's in other Cadron packs. Anyway, World 4 in record time we're already here, which Really nice, thank god. Welcome to 4-1, aka the level where if you sleep you can still get an S rank. I guess now's the time where I can mention what's the deal with S rank. So, usually we would pretend that the game goes only up to A ranks, but there's also rank Superstar, which you might have been able to see earlier briefly. Okay, that's like missing 20 coins is really bad, but I think it's still fine. That's how like general level is. Also with the rank. Incidents like the World 2 rank stuff will not happen this time. So yeah, Super Mario Bros. 3 Super Show, you see how it is, but yeah, basically this is a short level with a lot of points, which leads to you easily get 20,000+ points required for S rank with this level. There's also the Hammer Bros, which are really much easier than the Super Mario Galaxy counterparts. I am still looking around for coins because the situation is a little bit dire. 91 should be fine. Hope you don't get dizzy easily. Someone spraying extreme Jenga, I guess. Yeah, I know, right? Okay, yeah. And you dude will do the honor of being my 100th coin. So yeah, we're just chilling, and by the way, say hello to the audience. That's you guys. That's the audience. Glad to see you there, doing all the regular stuff like chucket throwing, heave hold, heaving, chucking. Yeah, everything. But yeah, basically even Kazi in his preview video for World 4 got an S rank on 4-1, so yeah, go figure. Go figure out a way to like fail on that level. And now let's do some karting, because yeah, what's better than doing some Bowser's Kart Castle? Mario Kart 64, the actual car mechanic and everything. I'm gonna kill some extra Goombas, because at this point I am downright paranoid for points. This level is usually not a problem, but every now and then you just fail not the level but the ranking. Also, yeah, if you even manage to get burned by fire in this level, which is actually pretty difficult, as you could see there, fire is just out of the way, you don't really get damaged, or get damaged for like 1 frame, and then you're back in the cart state, so yeah, fire is kinda useless, except as a momentum stopper. Secret star in this level, because it's like incredibly linear. As you can see, it's a race car track, so of course it has to be. Always knew you were. Oh, okay, oh yeah. Green Tomb. Yeah. Yeah, this level has a little bit of everything. Okay, missing that coin would have been the blunder of the century. It did not happen. Oh my god. Okay. Stable for Dash 2. Your paranoia has led to vehicular. How the hell do you pronounce that word? Because like vehicle is simple, but yeah. Goom slaughter. I don't think this is healthy. Well, you're not playing the game, so you don't get any say in this. Also, yeah, the stars in this level fitting the whole team of we are going back in Mario's are like hand drawn. There's a star in the wall there. Don't question it. I'm getting it a little bit out of order, because like you can optimally get it after a 4-4 if I remember correctly, but we'll get back to that later. Now say hello to our friend over here, our buddy, our nice thrower Uber driver, Chucky. He'll be happy to eat you anywhere and everywhere as long as you just jump in that direction. Well, jump in his direction, I have to say. Which totally couldn't possibly be annoying sometimes. Also, welcome to these secrets, which might represent something, but for me they will always just be called octahedrons. There's actually a reference to a game show we have at SM64 to be had there. Of course I bonked on that. That at least is a classic bet. Yeah, so you just collect the octahedron, get the star, there's no big issue there, except if you actually die. Now I do need to talk to Chucky every time, and I do need the guy to complete the level. Otherwise, trust me, if there's a way to skip it, I definitely would not pick up the guy for the ride. Yeah, sorry to say, I'm kind of a bitch like that. That might be why I said I'm friendless. Yo, where are you Uber going? Everywhere actually. Wherever you're going, your Uber is going there also. Yeah, the story here is you do supposedly need Chucky to make it to this final platform, but it's kind of honestly more difficult than just doing a precise triple jump ground pound dive. Try saying that fast 5 times. So yeah, that's one down. Most of the level is not that bad. Again, you just have to be careful not to get eaten where you don't intend to be. Yeah, Chucky travels at the speed of light. He just really wants to be a helpful bro that sends you in the right direction. But you do need to work for that, and I didn't work for that hard enough. I think I don't need to reobtain the secrets for the air. I'm pretty sure I don't need to. That's a good thing, because I'm already shitting time again here. Yeah, you need to walk forward. Pretty simple concept, honestly. So yeah, are secrets 15 seconds? Pretty sure they are. Are these coins worth 4 seconds? Yep. So yeah, I usually wait a full rotation for Chucky, because even though there's like a frame or two in the beginning where you can just immediately spam the jump button and you'll be released forward in the right direction, it's too risky. Like, miss by a little bit and you will be flying off and just waiting to die. Which, for obvious at this point reasons, I will be trying to avoid. Working work or hard retard? Good question. Now, do not allow yourself to be yeeted here. Because there's like no stopping platform. So you actually just have to jump off and stuff. And of course you can see Chucky is so helpful, he gets in the way of the camera when you're trying to do wall kicks. So yeah, pretty good guy. 4 out of 5 on the Uber star rating. Okay. Yeah, it's course clear now. Well, that was about to be tragic. But yeah, this is the end of the level. Hey, welcome there, thanks for the raid. And that's an S rank. That's actually one of the easier S ranks now that you know what you're doing. Uber diver, but he follows you, and when you ask him why, he throws you into the closest burger joint. Yeah, wouldn't that be an awesome concept? Okay, so 4-4. This level looks pretty familiar to people who've played earlier Mario games. I'm actually not one of them. 64 is kind of my only main thing. So we are just gonna get 1 star here really quick, and then we are gonna be in and out of the level. You know, classic stuff. I'm not even gonna die because I can just exit course to a faster effect. And yeah, that's world. Just kidding, we need to play this goddamn awful level. So this happens to be the biggest level in the thingy. Biggest level in the overworld, having 4 stars, and also being biggest by size, I'm pretty sure. And also it's dangerous as hell. Because as you can see, most of the level is just flying under open air. Am I doing this, like, block? At one point I tried to like get S rank in this level, because I was thinking, will I get a star for getting all S ranks in the world? Because that's also a thing later in the game. Eventually you're able to like cash in on your S ranks. Okay, I'm wasting a cycle. I will literally just take that at this point, because holy shit. Yeah. Red coin suspended over these platforms, as you can see. Everyone's favorite. That's amazing. Yeah, that's the average 4-4 experience. I was so out of cycle there that I didn't notice the platform is entirely contracted, so let's try that again. Now we can say 4-4 has begun. It's a leaps of fate. And I'm completely out of fate. Okay, let's actually skip that walk. It's not a surprise tool that will help us later. Yeah, let's try to be faster this time. Let's try to actually catch the fast cycle. Yeah, that's more like it. Things will go better now. Yeah, you know it's a good level when you're depending on catching the fast cycle so that you're able to do your like regular getting through the level better. To jump leaps and have faith, and I'm all out of faith. Yeah, thanks for like expanding that to its full form. This level was so fun, everyone surely liked it, and the worst is yet to come. Say hello to Yoshi. Usually I wouldn't diss our pal, but here things are different. Oh my. Yeah, we will say hello to Yoshi later because this fucker is so fast, pardon my French. This guy is so fast that I make a full circle around the checkpoint without actually getting the checkpoint. And I do want the checkpoint because if something goes wrong, the level doesn't necessarily need to like go all to hell. And also I'm getting a phone call, so that's amazing for Dash 4. I literally have to pause it. Okay, the phone call stopped. Yep. Everything is going exactly according to plan. Zmieniamy to się po prostu nasze formuły, po to prawo. Dobre. I pomali by Dobre, jasno, transparentno, uderzysz do po prostu na high. This is the Bulgarian beat, absolutely! Oh goodness. He's done it. This is officially the speedrun. Okay, back with a clear mind. Yeah, for anyone interested what that part was, I got a package. I don't have to like pick it up immediately, so this is not what this is all about, but my mom did inform me that the package is, you know, very heavy and I should come get it at some point. Yeah, very cool. This was, the set of moves I did just there was really necessary. I swear. This level works like that. If you don't score enough style points, then you don't progress through the level. Is my game lagging a bit or something? I don't even know at this point. Anyway! Surely this is fine. The order of bulletproof bombs have arrived. Absolutely true. Yeah, I'm glad you spoiled that to everyone. The pipe bombs and everything. You should probably get that package. No! We're playing Mario, Mom. Okay, so I'm murdering again the local Goomba population just to feel better about myself. What with the whole thing about the points I need to score. Okay, so I'm moving extra carefully around these platforms, not only because I suck, but because these platforms actually really like eating your jumps when you're playing with Yoshi. Probably without Yoshi too, but usually you would be trying to take every crutch you can with this level, so yeah. Really now? Okay, we have planned for this, but the level just became like 17 times more difficult. So after the checkpoint, you can definitely continue the level. The question is just, will you be able to get the air? At this point, I'm gonna have to walk like the whole thing in order to find out. I think I should really skip the red points at least this time around. I should get more points elsewhere, which, as visible already with all the stuff I've been doing in this level, there have been plenty. Those points exist, so I can just count on them and not on muscle memory. Enjoy this. Yeah, this really is. Also not the level you took the second most time on. Yeah, it's such a fun level. Not scared by the way or anything. Yeah, this checkpoint literally has the collision of 0. Like, you have to actually touch the visual model. I have no idea why it's like that. So yeah, now I'm actually gonna go the wall way because it's possible from up there to jump almost straight to the end of the level, but again, at this point I need every single piece of help I can get. This is why Yoshi is also around. I have to say, yeah, he's very good at being disposable. Case in point, that's what I get for animal cruelty. At least I get to get the one-ups now. Nice damage control at the end, at least. Okay, now if the game allows us, do we get out of this level? If not, I probably have to figure out something else, because otherwise I will be shipping minutes left and right. Okay, we will be getting the OA ranks start in this world, and then unfortunately it's still not over yet for World 4. We have 4 dash boss, and this one is probably the hardest boss in the game. Take a deep breath and brace yourselves. Mushie's house. Yeah, I guess. And now out of the safe haven and into Bowser Jr. So you start this fight in a very exciting way, but just literally sitting and waiting for a bomb to appear. And now all bets are off. We have to do this 2 more times, except it's gonna be much more difficult, because say hello to the bullet bills, say hello to the guy actually moving. And yeah, it sucks. I won't say it's entirely RNG, there's gotta be method to the madness, but I have to say, I don't think someone, like, I was just lucky there. The guy decided to charge into the bubble, even though I was getting ready to throw another one at him. Also, you cannot just kick bombs into into the guy with the car, the Bowser Jr., the whatever. Can you please? No? No? Okay. Sure. There's like 7 bombs next to him right now, and yeah, rest assured, I will not hit him with any of them. They will just kiss and explode. As one does. Can I not die is now the question, because yeah, once you get 3 damage dealt by a bullet bill or an explosion... Yeah. Happy Pride. That's so true. Could you? Nope. Standard procedure during kissing. Also true. Yeah, there's like 1,000,000 coins around the outskirts of the level, and as you can see, for very good reasons. Okay, he does not want to cooperate, which doesn't surprise me, because he's usually a bitch. Yeah, the problem is there's these bullet bills, which once they're thrown, yeah, you cannot just sneak up on him and throw from the close enough, because otherwise this is gonna happen. Or something of the sort. Thank you, Bowser Jr., you're... Yeah. Yes. He actually killed himself and started the Star Spawn cutscene. Yeah, this is not the first time that's happened. I'm just annoyed that it's happened at all. So yeah, do you remember the first hit, the early days? Yeah! What? Okay, how about you? Yeah. If you guys have any idea how to, like, improve this or fix this? Oh, yes. I mean, yeah, basically, this is what happens when Kaze nerfs the bombs a little bit, so that they don't, like, immediately get aggroed when they see you. But they still explode as normal, their fuse still starts sticking as normal, the bullet bills still exist, and that's universally considered a bad thing. It's not like you can even get this guy stuck in like one of the towers around the level or something, or at least I haven't seen... Oh my god, this was like 2 frames too late. I haven't seen even the world record, like, viably make this guy stuck on the tower. Yeah, just take that, just take that. Now if the bomb doesn't explode, we are out. Oh, we're out of Womps 3. Epilepsy warning really briefly for the next world because there's flashing in the background of the overworld for the next world, unfortunately. Yeah, maybe it's not that bad, but just in case. GG. Indeed. Indeed. Welcome to Synth World. Where also, fun fact, basically all of the tracks but one are streamed music. That's why they are so high quality. We can't do that in Super Mario 64. Usually the cost is your or well, your ROM hack file really bloats in size. That's just a little bit of a technical detail in case you're making ROM hacks for any reason. Welcome also to the World 5 power-up. This one is pretty awesome. I don't know if it has any official name because I think it's also the only original power-up in the game. And it just makes you go yeehaw and zoom everywhere. Literally zoom everywhere. And the best thing about it is you retain almost full control of your regular abilities, which usually doesn't happen with power-ups, as discussed earlier with Cat Mario. So yeah, I can play either like a total baby or do crazy stunts, and it just works. Really, the only limitation is the direction in which you start the E-hawing. It's the direction you are holding while pressing the A button to activate the power. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so now, you might not be able to see that, but our second star is actually pretty close nearby. It's these giant Shy Guys. Yeah, you can actually kill them. 2 hits each, and that counts for points. And also they are surrounded by fire for some reason. I guess to not make it too easy. Mario Bebop. Yep. And now, I hope you enjoyed the level. Because here's the end of the level. Yeah, I did take a little bit too long, so by like 5 or so seconds that's an A rank. Alright, because I have had runs where I like B ranked this level and you already saw it's not a fun time. It's not a fun time. Welcome to Music Part 2. This is like the return of the really good music. And also, as far as I'm aware, the only port in this world which is actually a port and not stream music, as I mentioned. Okay, now you're supposed to get the power-up and backtrack, but you can also just do this for this star. Of course, now every speedrunner likes this next part, which is waiting for a couple of seconds before moving again, because the camera does weird stuff and your jump will suck if you immediately jump. And now you got to meet our power-up, so yeah. We're just gonna use that again while climbing all the musical-related thingies. And there's probably a music reference I can make here also with a song that's about spin me right round like a record. But since I'm not a good singer, we will skip that. And now, 67 is fine. I know what you guys are gonna think, but it's not like that, it's just 67 is a nice number for the number of coins to have at this point of the level. Yeah, 80, there's 24 here, and yeah, I only needed 20. There's a couple of coins right over there, and you can actually get a star cutscene skip if you get the star over there, but that's really risky. We are denied the singing. I'm sorry, I don't have a channel points redeemed for singing. Therefore, I'm legally not obligated. So we are at the end of the level. Where could the other star be that I'm missing? Did I really seriously combo that bad? As it turns out, no. You just like play this really weird vinyl and there we go. That's a smooth 5-2. I very much appreciate that. Now, for the next level, I usually should probably not rile the audience like by force, but this really is sour, please. I will shut up for a little bit. Pretty good start. Okay, let's do that again. So I will shut up for a little bit. ice platforms, not just by visuals, so you have to be careful. Says he and does a dive instead of a kick. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we can do that sometimes. The funny thing is, I do need OA ranks in World 5 also. Three, four, and 5 is over there. That's a risky jump, but because of the 45-degree wall kicks, it works. I get a checkpoint, but if I need to use it, that probably means bad things for the time. So yeah, now the progress is gonna speed up. Basically, it should be if I don't combo getting to the end of the level. Yeah, for example, that was scary. The downside of 45-degree wall kicks is that you can double bonk on perpendicular walls and then not fun. But if this level goes well, we are home free until World 6. Where, because World 6 is, you know, such a good level, such a sweetie, we are only gonna play one level in it, so, yeah, this is still kinda remotely maybe fine regarding estimate. Even though I'm not gonna lie, things are getting tight right now. Taking damage probably would have been faster there, but whatever. Yeah, at this point I better spin this shit. And now let's finish in style. Alright. And now this next level is for all the Zoomer fans in the chat. Because that's right, this next level is Subway Surfers. Yeah. I think I basically described the entire level already, so yeah, enjoy. You're late for work because you saw I'm up. Holy shit, thank you. Evidently by the quality of the run you also didn't really need to do it, but I still thank you, nonetheless. God, finally some stimulation, yup, and it's on the entire screen this time around. Surely that's not a problem with you guys, right? Oh crap. So yeah, I have to say this level has this really cool effect of everything is moving, except it's a horrible why, it's the textures that are scrolling, and then sometimes the bosses like the speed up forward, then they are actually moving, but otherwise they don't. You love Subway Surfers? Yeah, me too, or at least I did used to play it like 10 years ago or so. Not so much nowadays. I probably should, because I'm really having no phone stimulation. Like, I have 0 games on my phone and that's about it. Okay, just getting some coins, because at this point I'm about to have the most embarrassing death of my lifetime, and yeah, that's out of the way, so let's just finish the level. Mushie64? Oh yeah, absolutely, every single time. Okay, Bear Gear rank, very good, we're not gonna talk about that. And let's grab that hard-earned OA rank star right here, which this time I finally managed to get first try in every single level. Can you believe it? You have Solitaire? Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, but yeah, I know, but I don't know why the mainstream is having games on your phone. So that's why I get self-conscious. And now, for all the Subway Surfers enjoyers in the chat, this boss is Subway Surfers Chapter 2, where you chase Shadow Mario by doing a bunch of these jumps, and yeah, sometimes you even land a hit. I would still say this is a better Shadow Mario boss than the one in Last Impact, even though the one in Last Impact resembles more of an actual fight. Also banger music. Courtesy of, it's called Lollipop Chainsaw, and I have no idea what kind of game that is. Probably a fighter game, if I have no idea. Yeah, this is really thrilling gameplay. I know. Also, getting electric up means you're getting slower, so I will do the patented trick of switching lanes, which for some reason means that Shadow Mario wants to join in too. Oh my god, dude, can you jump this way? Yeah. And won't jump because it's always better to overshoot, otherwise he will actually escape. And we are out of... Do I stop making the Worms joke? This was actually an okay world, and it was about time to... Oh, welcome to World 6. Basically, it's horrible, awful, and we are only gonna do 6-1. At this point, I'm not even trying to catch tight timing cycles. Shit, the moment it's actually like this here. Also, welcome to the only level in the game which has an original music composition made for it, not from other games. Also, we love edges that stick out compared to the wall kick surface, because that means I don't need to do any weird arc wall kicks or safe movements. And finally some classic red coin getting, with some classic parkouring and moving around. Wow, an OST. Oh, yeah, it's so easy to forget that OST stands for original soundtrack, and in Fangames it's usually not. Yeah. Okay, so now there's the Sunshine platforms, which I don't know if they're like flip swap or whatever's the exact name, but you know, these platforms. So now I have to be careful with the cycle so I don't suffer an embarrassing death. I basically wasted a lot of time anyway. Not like that has been an issue the entire run or something. And welcome to Cloud Mario. Really only early and unfortunate place to use the cloud. So this Cloud Mario has been massively improved since Last Impact, because the power-up is now actually in a box, which means it can respawn. Even if you take damage, you can recover from that and actually use the power-up again. Yeah, it's just works stably as one would expect. The downside is that the clouds are much smaller than Last Impact, and I believe this to be a real shame. Can I get a long jump here? Yeah, oh yeah. Now I can just get another long jump there, and yeah, course clear. Now I'm gonna get a B rank, I absolutely do not care, somehow I actually get an A rank. And this is Overworld 6, glad you stopped here and glad we solved the only level that exists in this overworld. Pretty unfortunate they had to cut it. So yeah, basically the next level, called Pendulums and Beetles, delivers, let's put it that way, and Pendulums means timing that we really hate. It's also just a really long level, so that's another reason to just not play it. This star is a free star cutscene skip. And 6-3, well, let's say the level is called Sandburg. Enough said. Is it as bad as the Sunshine Sandburg? No. Is it bad? Yes, because it's an auto-scroll level with no way to speed it up. It still takes like 3 minutes to finish the level legit, and the only difference is basically whether you finish the level with 1 star or 3 stars. And also with my skill level precisely today for this run. Yeah, we are not going to even entertain it though. So welcome to Tyrant Torment also, which is in no way a reference to King Caliente from Super Mario Galaxy. Also submit now or you will be zapped, which is happening quite a lot right now. Except on our side we have a giant ass cannon, which makes for this pretty fun. Straight up warfare. That's actually what Mario is about. They keep saying it's a kid's game, but holy shit, they're so wrong. Also, that's actually some legit gaming for the last round, because with 2 HP I do not feel comfortable on the last round, but that's fine, we won, the boss is over, it's progressing to World 7 now, everything is fine. If you have time, can we replay the Subway Surfer section? I'd like to, but unfortunately I wasted all of my time budget on replaying the desert levels instead. But you can play the Subway section by playing this game, downloading it from romhacking.com or sm64romhacks.com, searching for Super Mario 64 Land. Yeah, I think the point is pretty driven by now how this is the game we're playing. So welcome to this track, which I think is pretty funny that it's pretty popular to I Wanna Be the Guy, Fangame or so. Or at least the beginner ones, because challenge 100 trials. Yeah, anyway. Good port, good port. I'm collecting extra coins because at this point, actually this is the level with the surplus of coins, it's the next level that doesn't have that. We are also collecting all Zaps percent today, and this is no accident because look what we have over here right now. The power for this world is Zap Mario, and unfortunately it's part of the half of the power-ups in the game that fucking suck. At first glance, it's a pretty cool thing because, like, yeah, you're zooming around as you can already see. However, you definitely do not have enough control with this power-up, even though you can go backwards, and of course Kaze totally coded this absolutely fine with no glitches or side effects whatsoever, and we're gonna test that by going for this star. I'm doing this supposedly safety kind of not zapping by diagonals, because this wall is really weird. It's awful, and I decided to die afterwards because I was not sure if I was gonna make it with the Zap Mario. Pretty good showcase. You didn't get to see how bad that wall is, and I still look like a buffoon. Plus, I like presenting games at Fangame Marathon. It's a Super Mario. Oh, yeah, this much singing is allowed. So yeah, the Zap themed world as well as the pollution themed world, as you might have been able to catch in the overworld preview. Not much else to say for now, as I'm getting back to where I died. At least I won't get that star, which I am really happy about. It was totally possible to die before getting the star. So some of the annoying things about the Zap power-up. Like, it basically absorbs your B button, it makes it unusable for anything but the power-up, so no kicks, no dives, the only thing you get to do is this thing. Which might be completely inappropriate to your context. So yeah, that's unfortunately often a problem with Kaze power-ups. They take away from your fundamental buttons. And then you don't really ever get height with this power-up, you only get distance. So if you started your jump low, it will remain low, as you saw with my death earlier. 93, okay, we are not even gonna get the blue coins here for the 100s, which I'm completely fine with, personally. And grab the checkpoint, because at this point, who knows? Fun fact, if you zap through electricity, you still get zapped. So yeah, just in case you were trying to do that at home, don't. And only for that reason, of course. Now, we don't actually play all the levels in World 7, because 7-3 is one of those very long and annoying levels. But getting an S rank is still nice for seeing, hey, you moved decently fast with the level. And now, 7-2 Rhythm Factory. Also that at the beginning of the level to manipulate RNG and everything that's holy. Zap through electricity to maximize zap code. Yup. Do I need to get the 100 coins in this level? Not according to this route that I have right over here. That's also one possible, like, switch in the route. Because again, the route is not stable, it's not mandatory that you get certain stars or other stars. the trade-offs are not well studied because you don't just measure how fast a star is and then swap it with another star that's slower. You have to measure, like, how is this gonna affect the economy? How is this... Why am I killing Goombas? How is this gonna affect when you get to skip this star, but you have to get 2 stars elsewhere, or another star in the same world, which... I mean, you're probably not getting another star in the same world, otherwise it would already be in the route. A little bit of a fast there by just skipping a cycle on the last platform. CBT press level, yeah, basically. So yeah, this right over here is also another very nice thing, which I'm treating like a baby. Because the holes, the gaps between the 3 rows of skulls over there are actually real. You can just fall through them and then be really, really sad. And the Zap power-up doesn't really help with it, because as I said earlier, the Zap power-up gives you what's it called? It gives you distance but not height. Latitude but not altitude, that's the words I was thinking about, that's why I was so confused. Zap power-up can be useful here though, fortunately. So yeah. I even get an almost S rank, this is ridiculous. Okay, so yeah, Overworld 7 will be over soon. I see that I'm over time. I don't hear being stopped, which is good. I hope that it takes fewer than 10 minutes. I cannot, however, guarantee if it's gonna take less or more than 5 minutes to finish from here. There's like basically only 1 level left. I think I'm just gonna get the 5 stars in 8-1 and not gonna entertain 8-2. Anyway, welcome to Warrior's Ambush. Basically, Bowser is really proactive in this game and even put a bounty on Mario. And so that's why Warrior's on the loose now. And we're gonna have the most brutal fight of all time by electrocuting and stun-walking the guy and then letting him fall on spikes to get damaged. Which, knowing that he's also human like us, is like, oh my god, go in the pit. Go in the pit. Never mind what I said about being human. Yellow Mario. Yeah, it's Super Saiyan Mario. And also the bzzz. Absolutely. Yeah, that sound effect sounds as if I was the one recording it. It's really cheesy. It's just wow. Okay, 39, 44, 45. Okay, so we are playing only 8-1, which means I need to perform well here and then just go through the overworld and through Bowser. That way you're not gonna see the casino, which is unfortunate, but oh well. Because, yes, no joke, 8-2 is a casino level. So yeah, hopefully this level takes less than 5 minutes. Then we only have an overworld start and Bowser is fast. So yeah. Oh well. Also, this is again a low gravity level, as you can see. The last time we saw that was in 1-3, that was like forever ago at this point. And yeah, in true Mario Galaxy fashion, because Kaze was totally never once in his wrong axis inspired by Mario Galaxy. Yeah, Gusty Garden, Red Coin Maze, you name it, you got it. And there's even more coming on the horizon. And if you liked my shitting on the Zap power-up in the previous world, stay tuned because the power-up in this world is just as bad. Nah, actually it's worse. The Zap power-up does have good utility. Thanks for the Geo Red Slim. You're only catching this because I'm being exceptionally slow and overestimate right now, as you can see. So that's unfortunate, but yeah, so welcome to these petals. I would like to say there's a method to the madness, but no, you just jump up until you get the correct height on the correct button. Why did I ground about this petal? Okay. Anyway, this is actually fine because I do not restart the level. We do not need to go for ranks and speed here, because again, just 8-1 no way ranks. Of course, it does mean I'm shitting time once again right now. But it's nothing like fully restarting the level. You've been seeing the timer in every single level, and yeah, it speaks for itself. I don't know if there's a consistent way to navigate these petals, seriously. So, welcome to the Rocket Mario power-up. If you are a fan of me losing my ability to use the B button in the previous world, well, this power-up does the exact same thing. Because you now need the B button in order to, only when you're on the ground, charge up a rocket. Which can go, if you're playing on keyboard like me, that's a dead sentence. You can go one of two ways, which is either very high up like this, or like this is the other setting right here that you can go by. I feel like I'm missing a bunch of coins. I hope that's not true. 74, 82, 90, 100. Holy shit, I need to get every single coin remaining in the level in order to be fine. So I kind of forgot about the whole coin stuff for a moment. But yeah, a lot of stuff happened. We actually saw the return of the coin rings. I think I said earlier that they only happen in that one desert level, which is incorrect. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm really careful with the coins here. Thankfully, due to the low gravity, even your regular moves and not the rocket power-up... Holy shit, no! Oh, the heart attack! The heart attack is real. So yeah, the less you use the power-up, the better, but you do need to use it here and there, which is why I'm even grabbing it in the first place. That's the moral of the story for half of the power-ups in this game, and you saw that proof positive with Zap Mario, with Rocket Mario right here, with the Yoshi. Collect these coins, oh boy. And now the end of the level. We will be out of Womps 5 at one last. This certainly was a run. I hope you get to see how like volatile and all around the game is. How did I get an A rank on that? Get out. This really shows that like killing most things in the game, like enemies and interactable stuff, like it's really gonna get you far. Not the furthest. Also shoutouts to 8-3 right here, which is a level where you can never get the time bonus, and the level just has like over 20,000 points by default in the level proper. Yeah, cool stuff. Nice. A little bit more time loss for the very end. So time will be after fade out on the Grand Star in Bowser. This should take about 2 more minutes, I would say. Yeah, and then 8-4 is just a really genuinely hard level. And then there's also Champion's Road at the end after Bowser, which I have no conceivable way of showcasing with how this current run went. So, welcome to Bowser. Bowser Jr. was a total... insert expletives here. So Bowser will be very difficult, right? Yeah, if you play intended, but there's cheating. Dude, come over here. Yeah, this boss is literally just waiting for Bowser to come attack you, and he can just not opting to do these things instead. Can you rush me, please? Yeah, there we go. This is how he rushes. It's actually pretty bad the way it goes. Again, if you're actually interacting with any of the stuff in the level. Okay, that's kind of not good. She's cheating the fight, please respect the dev's intention. Sometimes even the dev didn't intend for stuff. I asked Kazen, this game has so many like random weird stuff and like experimental power-ups and unpolished things. I actually have to wait for the fire right now. Oh, yeah. At this point I would give up, because you've already seen everything that's interesting to be seen. This is just Bowser is actually going the worst it has ever gone. For me at least. But for the sake of like finishing the run, yeah. Dude. Cool. Legal cheating, yeah, pretty much. So yeah, I guess this is actually a time to sign off early. I hope you've enjoyed the run, despite all the deaths in it. Does that persuade you to play the game or not? I'm not really sure. But what is he doing? For the record, he usually does not get stuck just because, as you can see here, just because I'm cheating. He doesn't get stuck because Mario is too high up the arena and he doesn't recognize what's going on. No. Oh, hell yeah, look at this charge. So yeah, third hit. Come on, you can do it, dude. You can do it. Just walk into the bomb. Or do that. That also works. And let's get out of here. We did our duty. The Grand Zotar will be retrieved. And this will be the end of this really shaky run. So yeah, as I said, hope you enjoyed. Shout out to Kaze for making this, to the other runners for showing me good strats and stuff like that. And enjoy the rest of the marathon. See you later. I'll be back in the afternoon with some SM64 GeoGuessr Jeopardy. You don't want to miss it. And yeah,
right.
what's the next run?
GG.
Just to shout that out. Yeah, thanks for the GG. Yeah, next run.
Alright, so next up, we have Hyper Dragon Ball Z, but Cascade.